Hey guys, how you doing tonight? This is Bear with Bear's Den Acrylic Art, and we are back with another painting video. So, we have a couple things in front of us. Sitting atop my 18-inch wood round, I have a collection of various shades of brown and my coffee cup. Because, now that fall is upon us, one of my absolute favorite things to do is to, sit outside on my balcony and, enjoy a nice cup of morning coffee in the crisp weather. So this pour is going to be inspired by my cup of coffee. Now, as a public school teacher, we practically live on coffee. And I can attest firmly that that is 100% true. All right. So we are going to be using, in addition to my cloud mix, this is going to be a cloud pour. All right, I have my TLP in the S'mores. I have my TLP in the Caramel Drizzle. This is DecoArt Metallic in the Chocolate Brown, okay? This is one of the newer colors, new to me. They're multi-surface metallic, that I picked up a little while ago in addition to like the steel blue and the gunmetal. And then this is Arteza in the Pearl Deep Brown. And then this right here, this is Titan Buff by DecoArt Media, which is one of their fluid acrylics, okay? So this 18-inch wood round is only going to need a little over 9 ounces of paint to cover. But I like to, pour a little bit more than I need just because it gives me room to play around with. So the first cup going in, this is the Caramel Drizzle. All right, and we're gonna do about half, maybe a little less than half. Next going in, this is the Metallic Chocolate Brown. So same thing. Now that I've added my 2 colors, I'm going to go in with my cloud mix, which, this is a mixture of DecoArt Satin Enamel, Artist Loft Flow White, some GAC 800, Floetrol, and water. And I'll put the specifics in the description. So going down next, this is the Pearl Chocolate Brown. I am going to go in next with the Titan Buff. And we're going to give that a good, healthy, we're going to use most of that cup because I don't want that color to get lost. And then finally, the S'mores. Now, all of these colors, with the exception of the cloud mix, are mixed with mix pour, okay? So if you do not have mix pour, I forgot to add another layer of my cloud mix. See, I'm too busy talking. If you do not have your own mix pour, you can email Krista at krista8974@gmail.com to get your own. I highly recommend it. This stuff is fantastic. It's nice and thick. So that's 2. We are going to go 1 more with the Pearl Deep Brown. We're going to go again with the Titan Buff. And then the S'mores. All right, so this is way more paint than we actually need, but that's okay. And I have my slop bucket here of my whites in case I need a flow extender. So, actually need to give this a stir. All right, so we're just going to go in with a ring pour and see what develops. Now, before I do that, anytime I pour on a wood round, and if you've watched my videos prior to, you probably know this, but I always put a little tab of tape, all right at due north. That way I know that so long as I am pointed in due north, I know that this is level on both axes. And I have a handle in case I feel like spinning this out. So we shall see. So I am actually going let me pour some of this. And I'm realizing that this is this is not my slop white. This is my Rust-Oleum in the metallic pearl white, but oh well. It'll still work. Yeah, this is left over from a painting that I did earlier today. All right. So we will just let centrifugal force do its thing. All right, I am going to take another sip of my coffee out of my Wawa thermos. And if you do not have Wawa where you live, I apologize, or I feel sorry actually. Probably one of the best things about moving back from the DC area to Philadelphia is I get to have Wawa in my life again. People will say it's just a convenience store, but it's more than that. All right, so this is looking really good. Yeah, I don't know how, the rest of you all have been faring with this weather, but I absolutely love the fact that one day it was warm and then literally the next day it was fall. This is definitely my time of year. I am nowhere near the center of this. All right. So this is wrapping up. Okay. Let's try and stick the dismount. Not too shabby. All right, we're just going to bring this back a little bit. And this is the part where we let things develop. Now I'm not going to use a flow extender only because there is so much paint on this round at the moment. So I want to, let as much of that come off when I tilt it as possible. And this will be fun because rather than spin it, I am going to have to pick up the entire spinner and tilt it because I do have it taped down. But so far, this is looking promising. Yeah, if you come over to my house, one thing you are always guaranteed to find is a pot of coffee, always going. And thankfully, I am not one of those people who is overly sensitive to caffeine. So I can I can drink coffee right up until I go to bed, and I'm good. All right. So I'm going to start tilting this. And I went that way because I wanted to keep as much of the browns intact as I could. And we're going to bring that back. That looks really, really nice, just as is. But I'm concerned at the amount of paint that I have, so we're gonna go back around again. Maybe that much. And we're going to bring this back to center. I just want to have a good balance between the Titan buff and the rest of the browns. And I think I like that. Yeah, I think I like that. And because there are so many, you know, either pearl or, you know, pigments. This is going to have a nice shimmer to it. Just trying to open it up a little bit more. Try and get that back around center. Okay. That looks like a cup of coffee to me. Or like a latte or something. I don't know, I'm a dark roast person. I don't need fancy coffee. But I do need to be very careful taking off these gloves because I do not want to fling any paint. All right. And there are a ton of bubbles because they just mixed these. Wonderful. All right, so let me run a stick around the edge of this round, and then I will bring you in for the close-up, and you can see what this looks like from my vantage point. So I will meet you down here. Okay, this I think turned out really, really, really well. I like how reactive the clouds were. Not just in the titanium white, but also the Titan buff, even though the cloud mix was only the titanium white, all right? And I like that even, and pardon the shadows, but, you know, even towards the edge, in between, you know, you get the browns, I should say plural. And this is where it really opens up and you can see the layers, okay? I really like the way this turned out. I like all of these little clouds, this whole stretch right here, pardon the ring light. And how it transitions into the titanium white, you know, and just kind of pulling back, you know, this looks like it was inspired by a cup of coffee. So all in all, I am quite pleased with this. All right, friends. Well, thank you once again for joining me for this video. This was a lot of fun. You know, and I'm really getting into, you know, working with my piggies again. It's been a while. So I'm glad I was able to kind of dust those off, you know, and create something that's got a nice neutral palette to it. So again, thanks for joining me. If you are new to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe and hitting that like. Please hit that bell icon so you can be notified of when I upload new content. And as always, please, please, please leave a comment. I will do my best to get back to you in a timely fashion. And, you know, this piece and all of my other work is available for purchase. You can find that work on my Instagram and Facebook pages under Bear's Den Acrylic Art. You can also email me directly at bear@bearsdenacrylicart.com. If you have any questions or if you're interested in a commission piece, feel free to hit me up. So I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's Friday night right now. And I will see you back next time. Bye. Okay, guys, here is the dried result of my coffee-inspired pour. I have it outside in some natural light, although it is in the shade. But I love that the caramel drizzle and s'mores, showed up. That is going to sparkle nicely when I put the varnish on this. I love that the unbleached titanium is contrasting with the white in the clouds. So overall, this was a success, and I am super happy with how this turned out.